I hope there's music there.
Sweet-ass graphics.
That is Alex making some text, and then we bought a template for $5 off the interwebs.
And then you stole it from Drive.
It's the Drive font. All right, so we asked you guys to go to our Reddit, which the link is down below. If you're watching this on Twitch, it's reddit.com/r/theattackpile, all one word. That's where people can submit projects that they worked on. They can submit new graphics, new music, new whatever, and they have, and they submit stories. So we want to get to them. We're going to try to rapid fire these because we will be playing a game as we get into this ish. The first story is a game-related one. What are the odds? Over at Eurogamer.net, they decided to drop their review scores. They are no longer going to give a blank out of 10, an X out of 3, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, whatever. Their whole position, which is ranking odds that games are changing, and so reviews should too. How you roll them, right?
That's just weird to me. I mean, I guess I get that games are changing, but I feel
to
like
do with not scoring games.
right. That's what I mean. I feel like we have enough sub, genres of games that, like, I understand that, a really sweet iPad indie game isn't going to be ranked the same as it would as like a major, like an Xbox One title would. So I guess maybe I understand that those should be graded on the same scale.
Right.
But why get rid of it altogether?
Right.
I think the argument is that it's more in close. Again, we don't have to. I mean, the webpage is delightful, but I think we're good with that text now. Thank you, sir. I love you. I feel like
we're not pretty.
Someone missed their face.
So it's like, hey man, I'm trying to read this article. Why'd you just all the way from it? People are just slapping their mouths about it. Anyways, I feel like I don't disagree entirely with what you're saying, but I feel like the argument is that hey, look, it's very nuanced with what makes a game a game. And when you say one game is a 7 out of 10, but another game which isn't an indie game, it's a 99-cent game or whatever, and that's a 7 out of 10, it's like, well, wait a minute, this game is a 60-hour open world, crazy technical masterpiece with very realistic graphics and music, and it's got online things and downloadable who's the what's, and this thing is a 99-cent iPad game. To give them both a 7 out of 10, is that right? Fair?
Look at the Golden Globes, look at the Emmys, look at the Academy Awards. Some movies that cost $100,000 are up against, Transparent won Best Show against a show that may cost $10 million. So your point is well taken. However, I think people go to a site like that to know how the games are rated. So why would they take that down?
Well, and then the other argument I think is, well, if a game boots up and loads, if you can get to the title screen and press new game, does that mean it's a functional game? Should I give it a 2 out of 10 automatically and you go up from there? Because
some like the SATs, if you just write your name,
exactly. Because some games come out and they're horribly buggy, they're really gross, they need a patch, they need this, they need that, but it's still fun. So do you dock it for its technical merits? Like, how do you balance a scale that is so nuanced?
You gotta have a ton of categories.
That's what I mean. I feel like we do have a ton of categories. I don't know why Eurogamer just can't be like, okay, this is a 7 out of 10 for indie games.
Exactly.
This is a 7 out of 10 for console games. Like that to me makes sense. Well, just getting
I don't
together.
we don't want to pay someone to rate games anymore. So let's take this down off our site.
Well, I think that there's, but then again, okay, so what defines an indie game? Because there are indie games that are getting kickstarted now for hundreds of thousands of dollars. There are indie games that are just a team of one guy making a thing in his garage and hoping that it comes out. There are indie games by Epic Games who has tons of money, but they're releasing it, like through a chair.
What's a micro beer? Okay, micro beer just because it's owned by Coors. Some guy in his garage who's making a ton. I mean,
it's an artisanal. Did you get that Budweiser commercial? That Bud Light commercial that's like other men can have their pumpkin flavored brews. We just want beer.
Meanwhile, that company owns every
exactly.
I also love that that's the marketing plan when a brand is losing marketing share. Like they're losing precious shares, right? Sales of their pissed water beer is going down, and rather than try to stick up on the merits, it's like let everybody else who's buying other things go fuck themselves. We're gonna stick to what's failing.
It's like Domino's being like, yeah, we get it. Our pizza crust sucks.
At least their campaign was announcing that they're trying to change it. They're trying to better it. This is Budweiser going like, fuck everybody else who found something better that they like. We're gonna stick to the formula.
No, McDonald's, they're going straight after the critics that are saying that it's yellow goop or pink
sludge.
But they still don't say it's chicken.
No,
they don't.
No,
It's not chicken.
And by the way, half the audience never heard of it. Now they have.
Yes.
I mean, like I was sitting with my parents watching it. It was a big game that they had a commercial, and my dad was like, "Oh, I never knew that." I was like, "There you go."
Yep.
Now they're just forward.
Thanks for raising awareness of that. Yeah.
Anyway, you're a gamer.
Okay, that's good. That's a good way. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know what Chad was saying. That's what kind of wait for Alex to hop in there because I always love what they're saying about the reviews. But I always feel like the out of 10 thing is tough. I feel like it's play or don't. It's buy or pass. And the only other thing you should attribute to that is probably the price because I feel like that is really what's differentiating a lot of titles these days. You should go like at $60, this game's a buy. At $40, it's a definite buy. At 60, it's a pass. I don't know, like because that's what it really boils down to. That's what the review is supposed to be about at the end of the day. Should I give my dollars for minutes or hours of the entertainment that this thing is going to provide? That's what it's about. And if the graphic style isn't for you, okay, that's cool, but maybe it's for me. You don't have to like objectify each
genre. It should be like if you are into puzzling games, this is worth it for $60. But if you are not into that, then maybe you shouldn't.
Right, don't get rid of the ads in this game. It's not worth it. Play this game if it's a little.
Don't pay to unlock it or whatever else. Yeah.
Good point.
All right, we also got that more than a third. It's another story from Kotaku. It said that more than a third of 2014's big budget games got a day one patch.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is a big AAA title. You're popping it in your console, and now you wait while they fix the bugs that weren't fixed at the time that they shipped the game.
That just shows that they're obviously trying to push it out too quickly.
Clearly, yeah. It's like, look, we planted our marketing flag. We have our timeline. We gotta be out by this date, and then like the entire team is in crunch mode, missing their families.
Yeah, that's just bullshit. When you're ready, you're ready. If you're not ready, don't put it out. I created Yowza. Okay, that's itself.
No, you should play it.
There's an app called Yowza. It's a mobile client. I created it, right?
I know of Yowza. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he's got
Yowza.
But I had the opportunity to go on. Bonnie Hunt had a TV show. She had a talk show, and I had to go on. Right? So I'm in the car going to the show. I gotta announce this. And I haven't come out yet. And I was on the phone with a friend of mine. He was like, "What are August?"
Oh, so you were going on the show for something else?
Yeah, I was like, "I was talking about how it's coming out next week." This is not exactly what we're talking about. I was going to take advantage of this VR. People don't get it's coming out next week, especially with an app. They want to be able to download it now or load a game now and play it now.
I don't disagree with that. I just forget that in a week.
But don't you think you hate that game now? You're like, don't do that to me. I loaded it now. I gotta wait for the.
No, absolutely. But I understand what you're saying. Like you don't want to say, oh, you're going to get it in 2 months because then people like space. They forget.
Yeah,
sure. I mean, there's a marketing blitz that comes out and happens for sure. But I think it's just the industry is kind of still fundamentally broken on this model of we got to plant the flag and release a year out because of retail stuff, because of banner ads, because of this, that, It's like I feel like you got to have the game 99% complete before you plant that flag in the timeline, or else we're gonna. But you know what? With that said, does a day one patch really upset that many people? Does it? Because I don't know. I sort of had that expectation. Now I get games are more complicated than they were when they were 4 days on a cartridge. You just popped it in, and that was that.
Right.
But console games for the longest while, one of the biggest arguments in their favor over PCs was that, well, a PC game, man, it's never going to run. You have to wait months before they figure out the graphics drivers, and they patch this and they patch that. But the console it just plays and it works, and you're good to go. But now it's really buggy, and some of these games will work for months later.
What's kind of awesome that we do have the ability to patch these games once we buy them.
Sure, but we need that ability because they're broken when they arrive. So I mean, it's very delicate. I'm glad that they can patch it. So I think what really grinds my gears is when it's like we're gonna have a large day one patch. This is gonna happen. But don't worry, guys, because the DLC is also coming out in 3 months because they're dedicating resources, developers, art guys, whatever.
Let's look at the alternative. Okay, so you're releasing this game. The alternative is to say let's do later release. All that says is bad game. So if you do put it out and say we're gonna fix
yeah, because that's exactly what we feel like with movies. When they push the release date.
Exactly. There's never a good reason for that.
No, you're right. Although some companies like Valve or Rockstar, they get away with it. When they push their game, you go like, well, of course they're pushing it because they're not releasing it until it's ready. But EA does that. And you go, oh yeah, they're making another piece of shit. I had to just kick that turn down the road and wait to swat into the bowl. I went with that analogy a little too far. I'm sorry, but that's what it was. So
it's putting in the bowl.
Thank you. Yes, definitely putting in the bowl.
How many subs?
What do we have? How's our subs?
So we just hit 28.
Oh,
Yowza.
2 more subs still putting.
No, that's 12 more.
12 more subs still putting.
We set our sights a little too high today. It was 20 for the Sector Destiny Gun Game, 40 if we put some pudding on the line. We got how much time left for 12 more subs? I think we can do it.
Come on, subs.
We got 30 minutes.
Oh, you're right.
Special on Twitch.
So we got 30 minutes to get 12 more subs. I think we can do it. I believe in you guys. Your magic is real. Are we still on the front page? Were we ever on the front page?
I think we were writing that we were on the front page.
They're lying to you. They're lying right to your eyeballs.
You realized me a lot.
Let's get to this story here. I think this will be fun. Alex, anytime chat happens, go and climb on Greg's shoulders.
Yep.
Like you're gonna do
what is it on the top?
chicken.
Santa.
But yeah, tell me what you want for Christmas. Whisper in his ear. And then
so far away.
tell us what Chad. Did you just say that?
That's so sad. It's only
You love
February.
Christmas so much that Allison hangs door pillows. She has festive little pillows that she hangs from doorknobs for some reason. I do not get
Well,
that.
what's funny is we've always had it in my house when I was growing up, so I never questioned them.
Right.
And when I moved, my mom like just shipped me out a bunch of Christmas crap, and the door pillows came with it. So I was like, oh, I hang little door pillows, and I never thought they were weird until you came over to my house like 6 years ago, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
What is a door
Thank
It's
you.
literally a little mini pillow. It's like this big with like a Christmas theme on it, like a cat in a Santa hat, and it has a ribbon over it, and you hang it over a doorknob.
Okay, I searched for festive door pillow. Let me be clear,
Okay, come on.
kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Apparently, not a lot of people are hanging pillows from the doors. I don't see one that's a representation of the hanging.
No,
Why
I
from a
don't
doorknob? I don't get that.
I
What?
don't know.
Here.
What?
There it is, Christmas door hanger.
But mine were
You're a
pillowy.
pillowy.
Yeah.
I can't find anybody else who did this. Is this something that your mom did?
I don't know, maybe. It just never struck me as weird until you pointed it out. And now, every year when I put up the door pillows, I take a picture of it and I send it to Kevin. Wow, so I think something just broke.
Yeah, a very.
this
Oh,
video.
fuck me. That was an expensive HDMI splitter that just went tumbling down to the ground. I don't know why.
Is that because of me?
And we lost the feed. Probably.
Did I do that?
Probably. Yowza! Great
Hey, Rebecca.
knocking shit around like
Can I
an
say
angry
this?
toddler.
When you start talking Christmas, the Jew gets
Yeah.
angry. The Jew gets angry and pulls out your split.
Oh.
You didn't recognize Festivus.
Yes, but every year I tell Kevin it's Christmas time because the door pillows.
Did we lose the stream? Are we back? Do we know?
They're not saying anything's wrong, so.
Yeah, we're on the monitor, so that's
We
good.
work on the
Okay,
monitor,
all right,
so.
all right. Oh,
Alright,
Christ. When your mom hanged the door pillows, would she touch them 42 times before leaving each room? Was this like an OCD thing that you thought was adorable?
I don't know.
Okay, all right,
Maybe
good to
she did
know.
it when I wasn't there.
Good to know. What was the story that we were talking about? I don't know.
We have Kevin's list on the screen.
That's fine. That's all right. They can have a peek behind the curtain.
Yes.
Together 3
The
minutes.
almighty
Oh,
Oz.
this thing.
I love this story. This is from The Verge. Comcast ripped off Apple's tagline to make a TV remote look special. This is if you have an Apple product, you know they're very proud of their industrial design. They print this, designed in Cupertino by Apple or whatever on the back of their devices. Here's the Xfinity version of that. The same font, same placement, same everything. But they decided to throw that on this.
It's so ridiculous.
Look at
Wow.
this elegantly
First
designed.
off, how have remote controls not looked any different in the last 20 years?
Great point.
Yeah.
To someone at Comcast, this was like this is some next level stuff. Look,
Yeah.
you get buttons with helpful things like A or B or C.
Why haven't we taken remote controls to the same place as iPhones? Just make it a screen that is interchangeable. Talk
Yes.
about upgrading games and things. Upgrade the
Some
fucking
do.
remote
Yes,
control.
yeah, amen. And some do. There's the Harmony remotes. There's apps for this. I use Smart Glass on
Yeah.
my Xbox One to trigger things all the time. That's cool. That works. But yeah, the plain old plastic set-top box remote has not had a makeover in 20 years.
I mean,
There's no
actually,
VCR or wine buttons on
they
it.
beveled it in.
Yeah,
It
make it
looks
curve.
Right,
sexy.
sexy. Yes, you grab it.
They're like,
Local
now
file.
now it's a female remote control.
That's right. Remotes for her. It's the Venus of channel
Right.
changers.
Also, like designed by Comcast in Philadelphia with your cheesesteak sandwich. Like,
Right.
No,
Doesn't
look
quite
at
have
you,
a
sounds
That's
sexy.
true. Cheesecake hasn't changed.
No.
Now it has a remote.
We lost the monitor again.
Oh,
Everything is effing A. Man, the show was on the train tracks. I thought maybe we
I
would see
can't
40
do the show, I
subs.
can't look at myself.
I thought we would have a good show day, and everything is off the rails
I
now.
do,
The
guys.
train is
That was
you
a
clearly did. Okay, this week in June news, right? Go ahead, please. What's the story that doesn't upset you?
Well, it was once we were walking through the park and we saw a pillow taped to a tree and we got that upset.
And Greg, are the kids eating? Are they eating again?
Oh boy, what's that?
Did we lose everything? Oh,
Ah.
let's just
Ah.
and we're
And
back.
I'll just walk right another shot.
Here's the
No
thing.
big thing.
Sony, good old Sony, is according to this, they're betting. They think they're going to have a 25-fold profit jump by 2018
That's a
by
lot.
doubling down on entertainment and all things electronic like video games and of course camera sensors. Making a tech play here. Basically, they're saying that they're going to. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I don't know what's happening there,
Oh.
but it's adorable. I might click that later.
I like it.
But basically,
Makes
I'm going to get some good people for this. Basically, he's saying that. Oh.
Zoom in on the top. Make it look like
Thank
something.
He looks less real than that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the motion control. But basically, Sony is saying that that's bad. Get out of that.
Look at his lips.
They're glassy and glittery. They could exit TVs and phones. That's sort of the biggest thing. That Sony's saying, listen, we've taken serious lumps on the TV side. I think Vizio has cornered the sort of good enough and definitely cheap enough market.
Yeah, Sony's expensive TVs.
Sony's still too
Expensive
expensive.
TVs,
Yeah. And the perk was, oh, it's gonna have some extra features, or our light engine's gonna have some extra depth or contrast or whatnot. But it turns out consumers are like, nah, that one looks good enough.
Exactly.
And it plays my Hulu's and my Netflixes. I'm good enough. Sony,
Pretty
thanks.
much, I need to know, does anyone out there leave on their motion flow on their TV?
No.
Because I was at my friend's place last night and the TV was on and I was like, oh god, your motion flow's on. And he was like, what? I was like, you can't tell that it looks like freaking video?
It makes it look like a telenovela.
And as soon as I turn it off, everyone goes, oh, okay. I can't tell you how many of my friends have done that for their TVs.
Well,
And
Eddie
no
loves
one-
to come over to their house.
Did you have that?
Yeah. Listen, we went to go pick up an RCA,
Yeah.
an RCA gorgeous 4K TV,
Yeah.
and Los came over, and it does take a little doing. I have to say.
But isn't
Oh,
it bizarre though? When
But
it's like,
no one uses it. Why is it on the TVs? Take it off the damn TVs.
I
Yeah, because it's set that way.
Why is it on the TV?
Because technically, okay, so film is shot at 32 frames per second, and the TV is aired at 24 frames per second. So frames get dropped, basically. And they created this technology now with digital to fill in those frames to make it look smoother. So action sequences actually look really cool because
Like
they use
sports.
kind of cut a little. And sports look great, but regular just person on TV talking looks like it's a telenovela,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. So I always take it off.
yeah, it looks tragic. And I think back in the days of when things were on DVD still,
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, it's like, oh, this is by the way, because DVDs were physical discs. They look like little flat,
Is it
shiny
crazy?
donuts.
Yeah.
That movies and video stuff would come on. You pop them in, and you watch them. Yay, it was
Yeah,
great. That was a big selling point. Like, hey, your existing library of DVDs that you have on a shelf, they're gonna look better when you run through our smooth hertz motion filter, blah blah. And I was like, you know what? We don't need that. Netflix streams at 4K. Shit looks good. YouTube comes in at 60 frames a second. So does Twitch. We're good guys. We don't need you to solve this problem. So
Right.
that ship is sailed. So I think it's very
Oh,
smart.
I
Sony.
got the frame rates wrong. Sorry,
It's 30, yeah, it's 30 for 30
Yeah, I
for
guess
film,
there's a
or
difference.
29.97
Yeah,
for some, 24 for others, 60 frames per second for certain things. The point is,
Right.
it's supposed to smooth out the motion.
But
It works well in some
it's
scenes, and other things it makes it look like you're totally on telenovela at noon.
Yeah.
Like people will move kind of jittery, and then they're super slow. It's
Yeah.
really uncomfortable. Right, people are shouting about the subs right now. Let's do one last before we hop into the rest of the rundown. What's up, Les?
We're at 32 subs.
32!
8 more subs.
Oh, yeah.
If you're just tuning in, this is the attack. We clearly aren't on the homepage anymore, but if we get 40 subs, we're adding some pudding to this game. If Allison Hayes epic fails the Destiny gun game, there's gonna be some pudding involved. Have we seen any pudding? Let's see some of it. We shot some of it because it's ready to go.
You shot pudding?
Yeah, that is a.
It's vanilla
Oh my god, hold on,
pudding.
hold on.
Alex, what the fuck?
And it's like my grandfather. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, Opa? How you doing?
Wow.
You know.
I really wish we would cut that off early. We have a rule that shows what Allison will be wearing during the game if she fails.
I can wear something else?
Yeah, well, it got cut off. It is a bit of a tiara.
Oh.
You can only see it,
Oh,
but it's a
yeah.
pin hat,
No,
and that will be lowering down on your delicate face, Miss Allison Hayslip. It's satisfying many people, including Alex, mostly Alex. We're doing this for Alex, but for 40 subs, and we are 8 away in the
Come on,
next 10
guys.
minutes or so.
Oh, yeah, so I just tweeted out. So we
Oh,
should
great,
check
thank you.
it out.
The Grunberg bump, as they call it.
Yes.
The social media Grunberg
Grunberg
bump.
bump.
I don't know,
Let's see it
man.
happen today.
1.4 million people on Twitter.
That's it? Oh, you literally
And
have
12
10
people.
times the amount that I have. I have
Yours
140,000.
engaged.
Oh, mine do.
Yours engaged. Mine are like, little Korean children who don't really engage.
Are you huge in South Korea? Did you go to Cyber Cafe and just hug kids and give them granola bars?
Yeah, they like big cop. Big cop.
Oh, really?
Oh, big cop. Is there a little cop?
No.
I was like, I can watch it for a while. I don't remember the big
What was the
little
reception? What was the reception to here? Because in the bathroom here, you have a Heroes Japan poster. Which,
Yes.
by the way, you look photoshopped to be more Asian in it.
I did.
Did you get photoshopped?
No, I'm guessing.
But it looks like it. Does it? I'm not trying to be. I'm serious.
Do you more Asian? Are you part Asian?
No,
I was like,
wait a minute. You're not. Get out of here.
Oh,
Right, Grunberg,
Greg,
killing the feed
you are
again.
not. You're a terrible guy.
He's like, I'm not. And he goes, oh, whoops, the cable's rolled up into his chair. Did they Photoshop you or not? Because you look Photoshopped in that
A
poster.
little
Actually,
bit.
photoshopped everyone on that poster.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody got a little treatment, but
Yeah.
Alex ran away like he solved the problem of the cable, but it's still the bright on the screen.
He's like, I got this, guys.
The worst
I got
pit crew
it.
member ever. I didn't change the tire, but I took off the old one.
No, no,
Okay.
Alex, it's okay.
Jeez.
Greg, are you excited that Heroes is coming back?
If I was part of it, I would.
How could you?
Oh, I was
how
hoping
could
maybe you would like be able to announce something.
No, that would be so cool. Well, so I talked to Tim, and he was like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Tim Crane, right, creator?
That's all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got. So.
Nice.
What happened with that?
Oh.
Is there a chance that they may go?
No, they this is definitely gonna. I'm definitely do something.
I'd be shocked if they don't bring back a lot of
Me too. A lot of people aren't available. You know, it's pilot season.
Yeah.
You're on the show.
Sure.
You come back for at least 3 of them.
Right.
So that's, I'm hoping.
My buddy Zach is in it.
I know.
Yeah, Bill Zach Levi.
Oh, yeah, right,
Yeah, seems like the start of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
Jack Coleman, who I'm
Yes.
really excited about, because Jack was on the show originally and didn't start as a series regular, which didn't
Right.
make sense. So now he's going to be.
Well, it's probably because the show already had like 15 series regulars.
True.
They had to kill off a couple before they could afford to make a series
That's true.
regular.
But he was so, so important to the
Yeah,
whole story.
sure. Form glasses.
Okay, let's do
That's
this.
right.
Star Wars spoiler. Why not? You give us some.
Yeah.
What's your saber?
This would not be the place.
What?
I think this would exactly be
This is the perfect place because no one's gonna know. We don't think anything.
That would get us,
Okay,
okay,
just 3 people
200
watching.
subs, and he has to tell us the color.
That's
That's
fair.
Okay, good. 200 subs.
I'm gonna fuck like a hoe. 200 Star Wars spoiler.
Let's put it this way. So my son is working at Battle Robot. Jake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Jake's the best. He's 18.
He's got a better job.
Oh, I got it.
Jake put in work for
Yeah.
that. And by the way, let's not hype your kid too much. He's a nice guy. He's not the greatest. Okay.
That's true. He has his flaws. Yeah. He's so sweet. So he was sitting in the other room with JJ the other day. Can you imagine?
What?
I was like,
While
what?
JJ's like frame fucking Star Wars, he's just sitting there like a fly
Not
wall.
sitting. I think he had to deliver something in the room.
Oh.
He
He just took it in the
I was like, Jake, what'd you see? He's like, I can't say anything. I go, I'm in the movie. I'm like, did you see that?
Actually, I saw you getting cut out. I
Don't
saw
see
you go.
daddy or does your 18-year-old still call you daddy? That's
Only
Only
when he's in
when
bed. Exactly.
Only when he's nursing on
Only
you.
when he's there. So no. So I was like, what'd you see? What'd you see? Because there's so much in that movie. It's gonna be so amazing. And he was like, no, Uncle JJ told me I could do it. I can't do it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, which is so
That's
cool.
awesome.
My
Yeah,
son's
that-
That is respecting that secrecy.
You raised him well.
I did raise him well.
There you go.
So give us that sub though. We have one more thing to do. Where are we at? 36 or 35 subs? Where are we at?
We're 35.
30!
Come on, 5 more
subs. We're
subs.
5 away from the pudding edition as a consequence.
Subs, call your friends. Get
To
us
the,
subs.
you guys can make this happen. What are you saying, Los? Just tell me.
I just projected it over there.
Oh,
Can you say that?
thank you.
I wish I could have been thanking people as they were coming in. It looks like there was a $30 donation. Was that today?
Yeah, that was today.
Holy effing
Wow.
hey.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks,
Thank you, JJ.
Thank you, Scoop. 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 So I can't read the screen from this far. I'm
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, from J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. It says, don't spoil this. I'll fucking end you.
Right.
Putting surprises is the last. Oh no, that's the goal. The last sub was someone. Michael, but I can't read it. I can't read it.
So far away. It's so
Point is,
far
we're
away.
5 subs away.
I'm so jealous
From
of
the
your
pudding challenge.
phone.
I know, right?
Should I go up
I go. When I touch it, I flick it.
Wow.
Look
Well,
at
also
it.
like that plastic ass that we saw.
The plastic ass.
What was that thing made of?
It was late. It was late. I think it was just like the flashlight material.
Oh, gosh.
Hello.
Oh, this is a life-saving alternative. It's the uncovered.
I
It's
love
everything.
this
This is crazy. Alex hates this thing. Oh wait, where's the? Is it not feeding out? There it is. Hold on. He yells less lethal, less lethal. And shoots that fucking thing.
It looks like a toy.
It's so funny because they call it an airbag for a bullet.
But
and
it is nothing to play with.
It's a giant metal ball.
The new device is intended to give a suspect one last chance to live.
Put the knife down, sir.
Police
Oh, I think
find
this is
situation
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
right?
awesome.
to use lethal force.
That's legal, that's legal. Actually created
Oh,
by
that'd be so
the
nervous.
entire
That
Yeah.
And then he so nervous that he wasn't going to because that was an epic fail. If you're pointing a gun at a dude in a demonstration, you gotta shoot him.
Yeah.
You gotta shoot him.
I say give them 5 more reasons to not kill someone.
Right.
I mean, seriously, what we've seen lately is absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, the stories that I know, these people, the cops go out and they can't tell someone's having a seizure. You know, my son's epilepsy, so I know all about seizures. They don't know
So they gotta shoot
someone's
first, right?
They'll tase somebody while they're having a seizure.
Which is a million times worse.
Wait,
A million
why
times
though?
because they think that they're on some sort of drug thing. They're they're just
Oh my
super strong.
gosh.
They won't listen. And, I mean, these people are out. You're having a seizure. You know what's going on.
Right.
They'll tase them. There's so many stories of that.
Wow.
Well,
I was like, if maybe they, I mean, they shouldn't do anything to someone like that, but somebody's attacking them. Don't kill them.
Right.
Well,
right.
If you have a gun in your hand, you're pointing a gun at me. You're dead. I'm sorry. You're dead.
Sure,
You're dead.
I
I'm
think
gonna take you
so
out.
now I want to play. Listen, I saw this and I was like, awesome. Yes, because any additional tool in the Batman belt of law enforcement to not end somebody's life for whatever reason. They're having a bad day. They're selling loose cigarettes on the streets of New York. Whatever the fucking reason is. Any radiation we can have before we hit the end of the spectrum where life ends. Awesome. On the other hand, play devil's advocate. And Alex, you can hop things. I know you kind of feel this way. Is that if you're pulling a gun, any cop will tell you, like, if you're pulling a gun, that's because you feel like your life may be threatened at any moment, right?
Right.
You're not really supposed to pull it to de-escalate a situation. They tend not to, even though many cops do. You know, we see videos of that all the time. We're like, hey, you're doing whatever. They pull it to sort of de-escalate. You should really only pull the gun if you're about to use it because you fear for your life. That may end at any moment.
Right.
So this does give them the extra out of, I got my gun pulled. Okay, wait, he's walking towards me, but slowly. I'll slip on the
Yeah,
airbag.
they say
and
in the
get
video
one of
that you can. This is only to be used if the cop has 3 seconds to decide.
Right.
It's not a like instant type.
Well, this plays into, do you train police officers to shoot the leg, the arm?
Dude, I think we need to do that
Yeah,
in
cops say they're
movies.
not trained for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the target right here. I mean, you're going to use your gun. It's going to be for lethal force.
Right.
That's what's
Yeah.
happening. And by the way, they're all honestly, they're all heroes. I mean, they're the ones that run into danger. I get it. But
Sure.
Did you just like real show?
Yes, I do.
Yowza, they're all heroes. Yes, she downloaded Yowza right now. Greg Renfrew created that.
So many
That's
times, like when you're watching a movie, where you're like, you don't need to shoot him in the fucking chest, shoot him in the knee,
God, yeah.
shoot him in the damn knee.
Or watching dash cam footage, like in real
How
life.
about somebody sneaking into a mansion? They kill 6 people on the way in. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are only going, who's that? And then they're dead. Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was over. Alex, you want to say anything about? I know you want to. Hop on this lap. No, get on Greg's lap. I want to listen to you.
Yes.
Hop on Greg. There we go.
Yes.
I mean, this device is dangerous. This is really weird.
I'm waiting for Chris Hansen to walk through the
No,
door
no.
now. Oh, no, squeeze his shoulder. It got weirder. Oh, it got weirder. Put your thumb back in your roll of fist, Greg. Oh my God.
What's happening?
Is that what you yell before you finish, Alex? Let's legal. Let's legal. Yeah.
Any sense with that? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Danny, I just think this device is dangerous for everyone involved because as we know, the cops are just people, you know, and they make mistakes. So now this turns something that is deadly into a less lethal device, but only once. So just as a cop can use it as a less lethal device, say they happen to double tap the trigger, the gun turns into a death machine immediately after that.
Sure.
So, and second of all, this is more dangerous for the police because that's another thing they have to put on their guns. So you have 3 seconds to decide.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I like getting their hands near the end of a barrel to put a thing on before they fire. That should be on by default as they holster.
Yes.
Because if it's like, well, I need to kill them right away, that first shot's still gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, honestly, you gotta have your gun ready. The other person is a quick draw. They can throw it. I mean, you know,
Right. By the way, all this commentary is coming to you by people who work in the entertainment industry
Yes, we
who
have
have
no
never
idea.
really had their lives threatened in the line of anything and who are making Twitch and trying to get 3 more subs for a pudding challenge.
Right.
So let's keep that in
And I'm
perspective.
being erect. This is
Yeah, that's
dumb.
right. But to be honest, I am too, Greg.
Interesting.
That's the first thing that struck me. Alice, you're great.
Yes.
You're phenomenal.
Alice,
That was
good point.
That was great. It's an interesting point. I still think that, like, look, yes, cops are humans. They make mistakes, but this might give them a chance to make a less lethal mistake.
Yeah.
And that is kind of good. I'm okay with that.
Zach Quinto, I had 19 or 20 squibs on me in one scene of Heroes.
Those are the squids are the little explosive packs like
And
condoms
they
of
look
blood.
like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
pop.
But they are little explosives, and you're
Right.
not supposed to look down. And when you get shot, I mean, this is where you go.
Right.
So in movies, everybody gets shot looking up. That's what.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I had 30 cops all pull up. They put their guns. It's me and Zach Quinto. We're standing there, and I said, "These are all ex-military, you know, or security. They all know how to use
Right.
guns.
Right.
I know because I worked with them when I was on Heroes as officer number 4. You may
You
not know
were?
that, but I was an extra and I worked with them. Thank you. But go ahead.
Really?
No, this is your story, Greg. You
No,
go ahead.
This
Go
might,
ahead.
this might pertain to you, and you're the one that I fired that day. So they pulled up, and I said, "No one point." Because this is me pointing a gun at you, Allison. On film.
Right.
I don't have to point it right at you. I
Right.
point it. So you fake it with the camera. I said, "Anybody point a gun at me?" Because I don't know these are real guns.
Right.
I said, "You point a gun at me, you're out of here."
Right.
Oh, come on, Greg, whatever. And sure enough, over and over again, 5 guys. I was like, "You're out, you're out, you're out, you're out." I was like, "I'm not gonna take a chance.
Right.
Because
You should,
they're
yeah.
firing. They're firing. Ding, 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 ding,
Right.
you know, and so it just shows that under the heat of it, and the adrenaline's flowing.
Right.
You don't-
You're in a controlled environment where it's someone's job to check the guns to make sure they're prop guns, they fire blanks, and whatever.
Yeah,
30
30 guns.
But you know that even with all that control, you're still like, don't you fucking point that thing at me, or your job's gone. So could you imagine on a routine stop going like, I think this guy has one, and if he does, I know it's not a toy. That's
Right.
fucking crazy.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Ugh, that makes me so nervous.
And by the way, you stick a gun in someone's face and you say stop, and they just keep walking towards you. What do you do, Kevin?
Ugh, I don't.
I haven't told that story. Well, he's bringing that up.
No,
I'm not going to tell you.
no,
I haven't told that
no.
story. I've had that happen to me. I'm going to tell that much of the story. I had to pull a firearm on someone who was trying to break into my house. This actually
current
happened.
house?
I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into specifics. But I actually had to pull a firearm on someone who was trying to get into my house, who was deranged and was staring straight through me. And when I pulled the gun on them, you know, and I'm like, look, I will fucking shoot you. It escalated. It wasn't like doorbell ring. I'm like, are you fucking Amazon? Are you Prime? Like, what's going on? Like, I got Skybill. I saw you.
I ordered 4 boxes of cookies, you bitch.
No, this is but this is very real. This is very real. This is not a joke. I don't see. I'm already sharing more than
Okay,
one.
let's just stop the story.
But what I will say is that I have been staring down the sight of a gun at somebody who I said, "Excuse me, sir. Good day." Let me tip my hand, put on my monocle. I will bust a cap through your ass and your face hole if you take one more step through me or at me. And it didn't even phase him. It was like it wasn't even there.
So
The
my
person-
point is, you're a cop, you're on the street, and that happened.
Good day.
Yeah, but you said
Yeah.
you're ready to use your gun. So
Yeah.
in that instance, it would be nice to have something like this when you know you're gonna knock the guy in his ass, right? Not kill him.
And honestly, if I had the less lethal option, maybe I would have. But then maybe that would have been worse because then if that wouldn't have stopped anything, then I'd be like, well, I have to shoot this guy. Instead, I was able to completely de-escalate the situation. Thank God.
Right.
Yeah.
But holy shit,
How many subs we lost on that conversation?
that's actually we gained probably more because people love their guns.
Yeah, baby.
got 44.
43.
By
Guns.
the way, let me be clear. We don't break even on today's show at 43 subs.
Right,
We
yeah.
spent more on McMuffins for breakfast
Yeah.
and
I still ate my damn hash browns.
somebody else
Don't
was
get me.
very upset.
I got hot cakes
I got hot cakes and sausage. She comes in, she's like, I just want the patty, and then she went, and just ate the sausage patty, and that was it. It was adorable. But
I'm like, I put it in a napkin. And you're like,
oh my God, we hit the sun, so that means we're gonna
That
get
is awesome.
to the challenge. How much time do we have? We have this. We're perfect on time because before we get to the challenge, which we will, which is a Destiny gun game, we are going to go to Potswick. Everybody knows what Potswick.